Hello, this is Dr. Anne Curtis again, and it's just occurred to me that after all these years of teaching people how to use EFT as one of the really phenomenally effective ways of changing your life, the way you feel, and the results that you get, I've never actually done a video demonstration of how to use the basic technique. So I'm going to do that now, and then we're going to see how you can use it in various ways on other videos. So the first, even though you may not believe it works, it doesn't matter. You just go ahead and do it anyway and see what results you get. The first thing is to notice what it is that you want to change, whether it's a feeling in your body, whether it's a feeling, whether you're worried about something. Let's say, for example, it might be, I can't do this, I can't make this video. I can't stand in front of a video and make a video, I'm too nervous to do that. Okay, so what you might do is notice when you think about making a video, how do you feel? Where do you feel it in your body? How strong is that feeling? You put it on a scale from 0 to 10. And if say, for example, you feel really frightened and that feeling is in your chest or in your stomach, then you just rate it on a scale from 0 to 10 so that you have an idea of how it's changing. Okay, the next thing you do is you start by tapping on the side of your hand, on the karate chop point, which is just here on the side of your hand. And you can do this in your imagination. If you're somewhere where there are other people around, or or you can't use your hands, for example, you can do it just as easily in your imagination. It works just the same. It's just it's easier to concentrate when you're doing it physically sometimes. Okay, so you tap on the side of your hand gently, and you say, usually 3 times, it doesn't have to be 3 times, but that's the way it's taught originally. Even though I'm feeling really nervous about making this video, and even though I'm telling myself I really can't do it, I'm willing to allow something different to happen. Even though I'm really nervous about this and I really don't believe I can do this thing, I'm willing to allow myself to feel differently. Even though I'm really, really worried about this and I really can't see that I'll ever be able to do it, I'm willing to be open to the possibility that everything can change and that maybe I can do it after all. Okay, when you've done that, that's called the reversal. We won't go into why you do that and what it's about, just do it anyway. Then you're going to tap at least 5 to 7 times on each of the tapping places, the tapping spots, which are on the top of your head. Now you can do this with one hand, or you can do it with 2 hands. I know it looks ridiculous. When I used to do it in practice, my patients used to say to me, "Am I on Candid Camera?" And maybe you don't know that, but it's Candid Camera was a very old program in England. It was about showing people doing silly things and making fun of them. Okay, so you tap on the top of your head, and now you can say things or you can not say things. The best thing is to focus on that uncomfortable feeling and make it as bad as possible. Now, a lot of people think that this is a strange thing to do, that because most personal development techniques teach you that you want to do the opposite of feeling the bad feeling so that you can get out of it. But in EFT tapping, you actually want to get into the feeling as much as possible so that you can get rid of it, so that you can actually transform it. Okay, so you're going to feel that feeling as much as possible. So you really imagine yourself doing the thing that upsets you, that makes you feel bad, or having that physical pain. It's quite easy to demonstrate this if you've got a physical pain or physical discomfort, just use it for that. Okay, so you start by tapping on the top of your head, and then at the inner tip of your eyebrow. I don't know if you can see that, probably inner tip of your eyebrow, and then on the outside of your eye, and then underneath your eye, on the bone, just underneath your eye, like that. And then underneath your nose, and then underneath your mouth, in the ridge between your lip and your chin. Okay, and at the top of your chest just here, which is on just below your collarbone here, and just a little bit in from that. And it doesn't have to be that accurate because you're using several fingers. And because the intention is in your mind, as I say, it works even if you don't do it physically. You can do all of these things without doing them physically. You can do them in imagination just the same. How it works, nobody really knows. And underneath, then last place is underneath your arm, just here. And some people start on the top of the head, and some people start just here, but it doesn't really matter. And lots of people use different tapping points, and it seems to work just the same. So that's it really. And once you've gone through the tapping points once, stop again, notice, what's this feeling? Do I still feel, when I imagine doing this video, how do I feel? Do I still feel uncomfortable? What's that feeling? Has the feeling changed? And on the scale from 0 to 10, is it exactly the same? If the feeling has not gone down to 0, then you just go through the sequence again. And if other feelings come up, which they often do, other feelings, other thoughts come up, because it'll bring up other beliefs that are getting in the way of you being able to do those things, then just notice what those are, and then you can go through the tapping for those too. Okay, that's enough for today. We'll go on to another technique with tapping in the next video.